Alright, I'm going to try to do a quick video on what's in my toolbox. I'm going to try to post this as a video response to Eric the Car Guy. Let's see, first we'll start off with my tool cart. I guess first of all I should start off by telling you I used to work at a garage, but have since stopped working there and pursued other professions, I guess you could say, but I still do mechanical work on the side to make a little extra money. So it's now all here in my home garage. But anyway, tool cart. I'm not going to try to explain or tell you what every single thing is. I mean, you can kind of see most stuff is metric, obviously, because that's pretty much what everything is anymore. You can basically see, I'll try to get close-up shots. I mean, that's a 1/4-inch drive set of sockets, shallow and deep, Torx bits, more 3/8 drive, shallow. Allen bits. This is actually a standard 3/8 for calipers and stuff like that. Different size ratchets. Some handy ones is a 3/8 drive and a 1/4-inch body. That's actually a 1/4-inch one there, 3/8. And then these little 1/4-inch breaker bars are awesome for turning out rusted bolts, small rusted bolts. You can work them back and forth a lot easier with this than you can a regular ratchet that you got to flip the lever back and forth. Pliers, pry bar, you know, Christmas tree push pin type removers. I keep a small 90-degree pick on my cart. 1/2-inch drive, deep well set for lug nuts. Then I got deep well 3/8 drive, impact, and chrome. First drawer, scrapers, big long 3/8 drive extension, slightly bigger pry bar, much bigger 1/2-inch drive ratchet, a couple adjustables, gear wrenches, 2 scrapers, yeah, one's for inspection stickers, one's for gaskets, dirty work. Oh, paint markers, dry erase markers. I do have a dry erase board up there. It's handy to have, write stuff down, firing orders, you know, whatever. Gasket cleaning wheels, little cutters for shrink wrap, little wire, stuff like that. 3/8 drive air ratchet, 90-degree die grinder, 1/4-inch drive air ratchet, pretty handy. Extension sets, bunch of straight edge razor blades, tape measure, lighters for shrink wrap. Made these kind of handy for plugging off fuel lines with a quick connect so you don't get dripped on. Down here I have a couple different sized all metal butt connectors for putting wires together if you don't feel like twisting them together. I will not crimp anything. I hate crimps. I despise people that crimp. They suck. 3/8 drive, electric impact, drill, adjustable oil filter wrench, air gauge, blowgun, electric screwdriver, tire gauge, brake gauge, mirror, magnet. Also have a little skinny flexible one up there. A couple different adapters I keep. Step drill bit, they're handy. That's about it for that drawer. Down here, hammers, 1/2-inch impact, air hammer, 3/8 impact, brake tool for piston traction. Hood prop, gotta have one of them anymore because everything has those gas charged struts that don't hold up hoods anymore. Big pry bar, 1/2-inch drive, torque wrench for torquing wheels. That's about it for the cart. Well, over here we got rechargeable fluorescent lights. They're awesome. I hate cords. This is handy. Break the drain plug loose on something that's hot. Just come in, need a quick oil change, break it loose, spin it the rest of the way out with that so you don't burn yourself. Magnetic trays for bolts and so forth. Gotta have them. I have multiples. I try to stick them on these little magnets so I don't scratch up my cart. This one down here doesn't have one, but what can you do? Bungee strap, kind of handy for holding up brake calipers. I don't let them hang off the hose. Up here, this is going to be a longer video than I anticipated. Trying to go quick. Bearing race, seal driver. It's just socket sets, more socket sets, die grinder, coolant tester, the sander. I do some body work on the side, and here's that stuff. This was spray guns. Got a nice Iwata for once. Yeah, that's sandpapers. That's all spray stuff. I don't get into that too much, but it's a pain in the ass to cover everything up and do it. But here I've got complete sets of gear wrenches, standard and metric, gloves. This is a Mac slide hammer kit. It's got several different adapters in it, and you gotta have one of these. If you crimp, you suck. Buy a soldering iron. Extra spare bolts and whatnot. Check these out. Spark plugs I just took out of something today. Good old focus. Yeah, you think they're wore out at all? Look at that one. It's great. Anyway, all my chargers for all my lights, drills, etc. Top drawer. Cheap scan tool. Nice scan tool. Half-inch drive. Swivels. These are what they call, I believe, the triple square sockets. A lot of Volkswagens have these on their axles and so forth. External Torx bits, 3/8 drive swivels, stud extractors, Allen bits, various stuff that I pretty much have on my cart already. I just have extras. Spark plug sockets, oxygen sensor socket. Let's see, here we got a tie rod tool. These sockets are for oil filter caps, the plastic ones. They're always a pain in the butt to get to, and you always mess them up if you don't have the right stuff. So I bought the right stuff, and that's pretty much what you need for anything out there anymore. So this is actually a oxyacetylene torch that I don't have hooked up right now, because that's more of a specialty torch. I just use the regular cutting torch most times to heat stuff up. I think that's pretty much it for that drawer. Going on 7 minutes already. Holy crap. Wrench sets. Don't skimp on wrenches, especially line wrenches. These are Matco. This is just regular old open end, box end wrenches. These are Snap-on. This set is actually Gear Wrench brand. They're not gear wrenches, they're just regular old wrenches. They're actually a decent set of wrenches. I got them on a pretty good deal a while back. 1/4-inch drive. Yeah, torque wrench. Spoke wrenches we used to do in motorcycle inspections, so we had to have that. These are those Jiffy Tight removers. They're for connectors that have that kind of clip. They look like that. They're hinged. They open up, slide over the line, push in. Subaru fuel line disconnector, other fuel line disconnectors, more fuel line disconnectors, another fuel line disconnector, brake tools. I think these are for like heater hose fittings mostly. They have those little plastic clips, extra ratchets, brake line flaring tool. This one sucks, I don't use it. 1/2-inch drive, by the way it's Matco, don't buy it. 1/2-inch drive extensions. This is a Chrysler harmonic balancer puller. Pulls other stuff as well, but mostly Chryslers. An extra micrometer. That about wraps up that one. There's a gap gauge down there hidden. As far as the flaring tool that I do use, there's a bunch more torque wrenches, micrometers, and so forth. Brake flaring. Here we go. This one. It's from Napa, or KD rather, which they used to sell. I don't think they make it anymore, unfortunately. Number 20, that's not going to focus. It says KD 2190. If you can find one of these, buy it. I mean, they're pretty handy. Unless you can afford that big expensive hydraulic hand-operated thing. They're pretty handy too. My boss used to have one of them where I worked. Clutch alignment tools in here. I'm not going to go through this box because maybe I will if I have time, but where did I let off? That drawer's done. Screwdrivers, impact screwdriver, Torx bits, well, Torx drivers, bunch of pliers, snap ring, and hose clamp. This is basically like a dentist drill, 1/8-inch pencil air die grinder, awesome for bolt removal, extraction if they're broke. More snap ring pliers. These are the bits for the drill, and that's about it. Picks, push pin removers, more picks, push pin removers, nylon trim removers, indexable pry bars, they're awesome. Alignment pins. Oop. Serpentine belt tool, and I just spilled a lot of my T-pins for electrical testing. Power probe, test light, stethoscope. I think that's about it in that drawer, not much in it. Bottom drawer I have heat gun, a gear driven pneumatic hacksaw basically. Awesome tool. It's much better than the conventional type that you would buy at like Harbor Freight, or I think even Napa sells them, places like that. Get a gear driven when they're awesome. Adapters for scan tool. Down here we have a ball joint press. It's just a box for the power probe. The battery's soon gonna go dead. Kit of axle nut sockets, fuel injection pressure tester, cooling system tester. This is a kit that has it's for filling cooling systems. It puts a vacuum on the system so that you don't have to bleed it. But yeah, you put a vacuum on it, it sucks the coolant right in, and you don't have to bleed the system and mess around with that, making a mess and burping and gurgling and all that. These are thin wall impacts. Try to get this done before my battery does die. Serpentine belt tool, portable soldering iron. It's butane powered. There's butane. This is a power steering pulley puller, UV light die. This is an electronic torque angle meter by Mac. That's pretty handy for head bolts and such. Chisels, air hammer sockets. These thread files, they're awesome. They save me a lot of times. Various punches, little files. I bought these at Harbor Freight. Brass hammers, automatic center punch. That's about it for that box, I believe. This box is basically extra stuff that aren't complete sets, just various sockets, more sockets. And here we have more wrenches, craftsman stuff. Drill bits, rivets, extractors. You're in that drawer already. In that drawer already. Cheap stethoscope. Pretty much an empty drawer there. I could do something extra in there. Drills, grinders, extra impacts, sawzalls, extra die grinder, all sorts of fun stuff. Just bodywork stuff, sanding blocks, little files, stuff like that. Another tire gauge, electronic tire gauge, just oddball crap. Vacuum gauge, compression tester, timing light, notepads, electrical odds and ends, fluke, multimeter, Cannon fuse, don't ask, test leads, chain breakers. I work on some bikes too here and there. That's good enough. This box, there's not really anything great. It's just a couple axle nut sockets for Fords, pullers, all sorts of grinding stuff, sanding stuff, hammers. Gotta have hammers. Just oddball stuff. Pickle forks, seal pullers, more picks, another puller, files, more blades, scrapers. I barely ever get in this drawer. I have some crow's feet back there that I use occasionally. Flat screwdrivers, Phillips screwdrivers, tape measures, measuring equipment, more pliers, bolt drawer, half-inch drive stuff. There's some axle nut sockets and just extra half-inch drive stuff basically. Oddball drawer. These are sockets that come with like dirt bikes for getting way down in the 4-stroke dirt bikes. 8-point sockets, extra punches and chisels and so forth. 1/2-inch drive, metric. This is all 3/8 metric, 1/4-inch metric, 1/4-inch standard, 3/8 standard. Well, oh, I'm lying. There's some metrics. And 1/2-inch standard. Pretty much it. As far as the rest of the garage, little MIG welder, air compressor, battery charger, 2 jacks. It's always handy to have 2 jacks. Bunch of jack stands. Let's see, Parks washer, and of course the mighty blue wrench. Gotta have that. You gotta have fire. Other than that, yeah. Pretty much all my tools. This is pretty interesting. Made this winter. It's going to save me a lot of money. It's my homemade waste oil burner. I made a separate video on that if you want to see it. That's about it. As far as this, I mean, it's just penetrating fluid, glass cleaner, brake clean, and more penetrating fluid that I figured I'd try. It's Kroil. Everybody says it's good stuff. It smells good. Give it that. That's about it. That's what's in my box. Is what's in yours.